following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, The Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to a chilly Topeka, Kansas, where tonight we kick off the 2023 state football playoffs with a round one matchup between the 2-6 Baldwin Bulldogs and the 8-0 Topeka Hayden Wildcats. Hi, everyone. I'm Ryan Hilmer alongside Bryce Kessler and Aiden Espino on camera, and this is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. The Bulldogs are coming off a tough game away at Wellsville, where they lost 42-7 last week. It was the second straight game that we saw freshman quarterback Bryce Alford at the controls, with Jack Harvey still out injured. Unfortunately, Baldwin couldn't get much going all night offensively until their final drive, which was a nice 12-play 63-yarder, capped off by Alford's first career rushing touchdown, a 2-yard run to get the Bulldogs on the board and avoid the shutout. Defensively, the Bulldogs did allow 5 first-half touchdowns, but they picked off the Eagles 3 times. Hamrick, Nye, and Frost had those interceptions. They picked off the starter, Willie Dorsey, twice, who had thrown just 1 interception all year prior. So a few positives for the Bulldogs to take into tonight's matchup against a very tough Wildcat team here in Hayden, who has blasted almost every opponent they've faced so far this season. Coming up next, we'll take a look at what the 3A state football bracket looks like, fill you in on how the Bulldogs soccer team fared this past week, and bring the starting lineups, keys to tonight's matchup, and much more. It's all coming up next on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back. The pregame show is brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community. Let's go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. So, Bryce, I mentioned Baldwin coming in off that loss last week at Wellsville. It did avoid the shutout, had a 12-play, 63-yard touchdown drive to end the game. It was mainly against some of the backups for Wellsville, but either way, they took some positives away offensively and then defensively, picking off the Eagles 3 times. So what do you think Baldwin's got to do coming in here tonight if they're going to have a shot against a really tough Wildcat team?
Yeah, well, you've got to, first and foremost, control all the things that you can control, right? You know you're up against a good opponent, so Hayden is not going to come out here and lay an egg on their home field first week of the playoffs. You know you're going to get a good shot from them. You know there's a chance they might look past you a little bit, and you see those records and much success as they've had. So if you're Baldwin, you have to be able to control the things that you can control, right? So come out here, take care of the football, be disciplined, don't commit penalties. When I say take care of the football, if Hayden makes a play to create a turnover, so be it. Tip your cap, they make a good play. But you can't have the things, the mental mistakes, the dropping snaps, mishandling handoffs, things like that are kind of self-inflicted. You can't afford any of those kinds of things tonight. You have to play very solid in this game. And then you got to have a night where somebody steps up and makes some plays, and that can be offensively, that can be defensively, that can be on special teams. It's going to take some guys stepping up, making some big plays, and just keeping yourselves in this game. We saw it last week against Wellsville. You're right, they did, second half, they kind of settled in and played a little better football in that one, but they dug themselves such a big hole that it's just tough to come back against a good team, and that's going to be the same case again here tonight. They cannot afford to come out here and come out flat and let Hayden build up an early 2-score lead. We saw that in the matchup a year ago when they played in this Week 9 game, the first round of the playoffs, and Hayden come out. I don't remember it exactly, Ryan, but they scored touchdowns on something like 3 of the first 6 plays they ran on offense or something like that. Baldwin had a turnover in there, and just in the blink of an eye, you're down 2-3 scores, and you just can't afford to do that in a game like this. So don't try to come out here and do too much early. Just play within yourself, play smart, play sound football, and just try to keep this game, try to shorten this game, and try to keep this game somewhat within reach to start to creep some doubt perhaps into Hayden's mind, start to create some confidence in your own mind, and then you just see what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. This since 1981, they've met 9 times. These two teams have the second playoff meeting tonight. Of course, they played last year, same situation, same scenario. No Jack Harvey. It was Ethan Williams, the backup quarterback last season that played. They ended up losing that game 63-8. Last year, Hayden leads the series 7-2. Baldwin won in 1981 and 1982, and then Hayden has won the last 7 games between these two squads. So we're going to take another quick break here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about those Wildcats and show you some of the brackets for the state playoffs this year. And be right back on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. Time now to take a look at the hosts tonight, the Topeka Hayden Wildcats, 8-0, 4-0 in their district. They won District 4 this year. In fact, I'm just going to pop that bracket up, the portion that Baldwin is in. You can see up on your screen there playing Hayden. The winner of this game will play the winner of Santa Fe Trail and Royal Valley. You can take a look at the other matchups there on your screen. Topeka Hayden beat Hiawatha 56-7 at home last week and haven't been tested much this season. Their closest game was 24-7 against Holton in Week 7. Holton is the team who knocked Hayden out of the playoffs last year in the state semifinals. So a little bit of sweet revenge a couple weeks ago for the Wildcats. They are one of 3 remaining undefeated teams in Class 3A, along with Cheney and Wellsville are the other 2. And since the start of 2013, so about 10-plus years, they're 93-30. So this has been a run of dominance under head coach Bill Arnold. He's in his 17th year as the Wildcats head coach. He coached from 2000 to 2006 at Scott City High School, and before coming here to Hayden, he earned his 200th career win in Week 1 at Olpe, and the 4A state champion in 2008 here in his second year at Hayden. They've been to the state finals 4 times under Coach Arnold. They're 1-3. They've lost 3 times, and as I mentioned, won it back in 2008. But other than that, not a whole lot of postseason success for this Hayden team that has been, like I said, 93-30 since the start of 2013. So pretty dominant. Offensively, they're going to run the wing T offense, Bryce, and that I don't know how much you know about the wing T, but it's definitely hard to stop if it's ran correctly. They're not just a running team, though. When you think about the wing T, you think about teams just kind of pounding the ball down your throat with a fullback and running some sweeps and counters, but they throw the ball about just as much as they pass it. Only turned it over 7 times offensively. They forced 18 turnovers defensively, so plus 11 turnover margin. They're a pretty good team coming in here. Yeah,
they use the pass as a big play element of this wing T. You see that a lot of times when you think about any of the college teams. And, again, it's becoming fewer and far between to find programs at the next level that run these types of offenses. But you do see them, and a lot of times lower completion percentages. Jet Wallmeyer, their quarterback, only completes 55% of his passes, but he's thrown for over 1,000 yards this year and 11 touchdowns. So they get big plays off of it because they just get you selling out to stop all those different run looks. And you have to be disciplined defensively. I mean, you could say that about defending any offense, right? You got to be disciplined, but you certainly have to be against this wing T offense. And you're right, it's just bred into this program. They've been running it for so long that it's just all the little intricacies of it are second nature to these guys, and the coaching staff, they can coach it so well because the continuity with that program. So it's going to be a handful for this Baldwin defense. They've got to be ready to certainly stop the run, but also defend against those big play passes. And, one thing that we'll see how it affects the way the offense is run tonight, the leading rusher for Hayden won't be playing in this game. Finn Dunshee is in street clothes down on the sideline trying to stay warm with the rest of us. So that's going to impact this offense. Now, that being said, there's other weapons in this offense, and certainly they have a quarterback that if they need to lean a little bit more on the pass, Wallmeyer can certainly do that for them.
I've been popping up each of the brackets, each quarter of the brackets up on your screen so you can take a look at some of the other matchups going on in this kickoff of the playoffs this 2023 season. We're also going to pop up the soccer regional that happened last week for Baldwin. They hosted Bishop Seabury on Monday, I believe it was. Yeah, it was Monday, up on your screen there. They won that game 8-0, so they advanced to play on Thursday against Olathe Heritage Christian Academy. Ended up winning that game 4-1, and so your Baldwin Bulldogs are the regional champs in soccer this year. They'll move on to the quarterfinals and await their matchup. I was trying to find it. I'm pretty sure they're going to play Bishop Ward. I'll have to double check that, but that should be coming up here next week, and then if they win that game, they're on to the 4-team state tournament, if you will.
Yeah,
so we're going to
state runner-ups a year ago.
Yep.
So
another good team this year, really good team.
Really.
Had a couple of Baldwin soccer broadcasts on Baldwin Sports Live here, so hope you tuned in to those. We'll take another break right here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. We'll come back, bring you starting lineups and maybe a couple keys to tonight's game, and tell you about our upcoming broadcast schedule, which this is, I guess, the last fall broadcast. And so we'll have the winter season coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live. We'll take a break and be right back on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by. Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here in Topeka. Trying to get the visuals going for you, but we are about set for the opening kickoff in this one. The Pre-game show is brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Opening kickoff is brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. As we'll watch this kickoff be down by Hayden, BCRC invites you to join them for an adults-only event highlighting some of the region's finest beverage offerings on Saturday, October 28th from 2 to 5 p.m. in Sullivan Square. Along with your sampling glass, enjoy live music and food truck offerings. Tickets are only available while they last, so don't wait. Purchase tickets now at baldwinrec.org. All right, I think we got visuals, we got audio. We're ready to rock in this one.
A little bit of a power surge knocked the camera off the air as we got started here. All right, we'll see what the Baldwin defense can do early on. Like I said, you're going to have to be able to stop running. Without Finn Dungy in this lineup tonight, perhaps some different looks maybe than what they put on film so far.
Jed Wallmeyer, the lefty starting quarterback, 5'10 junior, slinging one downfield. Intended for number 25, Cade Mitchell, falls incomplete.
And right away we talked about, might see some deep shots with this offense and take one right there. And, Baldwin certainly has been tested the last couple of weeks with their passing defense and definitely last week. So that kind of helps them in that case. Early on this season, they didn't see much pass at all. But lately they have had to defend that a little bit more. So hopefully a little more prepared for that tonight.
Pitch it out right side this time. Making a nice move and getting upfield, and now a whole lot of room. That's number 8, Cooper Kolbach. The 5'11 senior is all the way in for a Wildcat touchdown.
And man, Michael Newman was there too. He did a good job getting out there, and he wanted to make sure he set that edge. You wanted not allow that running back to get outside of you, and he did. He did set that edge, but just didn't get his hands on him to slow him down at all, and kind of overran it, over-pursued it a little bit, and was almost in a great spot to make that tackle. Just didn't have the support there after behind him, and unfortunate there for the Bulldogs to give up that big play early.
Only the 7th carry of the year for Kolbach. They're going to try for 2 off of the swinging gate, and they're not going to get it. They're going to end up a little bit short, but Hayden on the board first, 6-0. They lead it here. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Back here live, we got a big kickoff return coming here, and that's Cody Buck, who fielded the kickoff and ran it near side, got out past the 40-yard line, just shy of the 45, so pretty good starting field position for the Bulldogs in their first offensive possession tonight.
If you had to give out an award for Special Teams Player of the Year this season for the Bulldogs, I think you have to look no further than Cody Buck. He's had a kick return for a touchdown. He's had some big punt returns, another nice kick return here. He's been a nice spark as a return man this year for the special teams.
So here's Bryce Alford, the 5'7 freshman, getting another start. Jack Harvey out. They'll hand it to Cody Buck. Got tripped up by the 40-yard line. He's going to lose a couple of yards on first down.
Yeah, it looked like the feet of Buck and Alford got tangled a little bit there. And, those are the kinds of things that it's tough to overcome if you're Baldwin on a night like this. Hayden is going to earn plenty of good plays themselves. You give them, in essence, a tackle for loss without even having anybody there, and take a play that had some space there for Buck, and he's elusive when he gets in the open field. So unfortunate that play didn't have a chance to develop.
5 carries for 12 yards last week for Buck. Alford signaling to Ryder Nye, sending him in motion left to right. Now they'll hand it off to Buck up the middle, and he's hit and dropped immediately by a couple Wildcats. Carter Charvat, first on the contact. Trayton Tetuan also in on the tackle.
Baldwin once again tonight. Obviously, we've talked about it with Alford starting without their quarterback, Jack Harvey, but also down one of their starting offensive linemen, Jake Van Horn, who they were without last week as well. And he and Brett Davidson have, for the last really couple of years, kind of been the anchors of that offensive line. So a big loss. Certainly without both of those guys, you could make the case that, you know, two of your 3 or 4 most important players probably on this team not in the lineup again tonight.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers split out wide, and Alford's going to get drilled in the backfield. That's number 54, Carter Charvat. Big hit on Alford.
Yeah, hopefully Bryce is okay. He cannot afford to take many shots like that. That was just a free rush, not even a hand. I don't know if that was a miscommunication on the offensive line or whether that was just a complete botched assignment, but that is you cannot let your quarterback take many hits like that. Coming from the blind side, that just can't happen too many times, or it's going to be a short night for Alford.
So 4th down, punt formation. Tucker Flory gets one away. The punt's going to touch down around the Hayden 40-yard line. Be down around the 38, 39-yard line. That's where Hayden will begin their second possession offensively. Only took a couple of plays to get on the board on their first drive. It was Cooper Kolbach. Got his 7th carry of the year. Took it the distance for his 3rd touchdown on the ground. It's a pretty good ratio, 3 touchdowns on 7 carries.
Yeah, I think that'll do.
This time they'll spread them out. Send Mitchell in motion left to right. Jet Wallmeyer, the lefty quarterback, throws and has one complete to his receiver, Brady Heinen. Be across and down at the 50-yard line for a 1st down.
Jace Hout with the stop there for the Bulldogs on the end of that catch and run. Good velocity on that pass there from Wallmeyer that was decently defended by Baldwin. They had guys in position, but Wallmeyer just drilled it right into there to his receiver.
You can tell already he's got a strong arm on him. This time they'll go from the flex bone to wing backs. Fullback, they'll fake it. Wallmeyer's rolling out to his right, looking downfield. And this one's going to get intercepted. That's Tristan Capel. And he's coming back, bringing it the other way. Looking for some blocks, trying to cut it back across. But the Bulldogs coming up with a turnover. They got 3 picks last week and now 1 this week.
How about that for an absolute play of the game early on in this one? The Bulldogs defense had 3 picks a week ago, Ryan. You talked about that in the pregame. And coming up with another one here. It was an overthrow by Wallmeyer. Capel, Johnny on the spot with the pick and a nice return as well.
Your absolute play of the game brought to you by Absolute Painting. Take advantage of their winter interior special now. Book November to February for $1,000 off and more great offers. Some restrictions apply. Call for details. 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
And how about Bryce Alford, who took the big shot, Ryan, to end the last series, comes back out, calls his own number, and says, I'm keeping it. I'm going right back into traffic, picks up a solid 7 yards on a 1st down. So I do not want to have to see Alford take a bunch of hits like he did to end that last series, but I love seeing the young man bounce right back, sticking his nose right back in there, showing some toughness.
So possibly a momentum shot in the arm for the Bulldogs. Not only getting the pick, but a nice 7-yard gain on 1st down. Running with 2 tight ends. They'll hand it to Creighton Frost. He gets stood up at the line. Charvat there again. No gain. It'll set up a 3rd down and 3.
And see where Baldwin goes here on a 3rd down. You want to stay within your offense in this game tonight, and you can do that as long as you're able to stay somewhat attached in this game. So that big play by the defense allowing you to continue to use the play clock here, continue to run your offense. 3rd down and 3. You don't have to really get outside of yourselves here.
O'Connor and Ian Bryan, the tight ends, they'll hand it to Creighton Frost, trying to get a couple of tough yards. Got stood up right at the line of scrimmage.
And everything has been just that, Ryan, tough tonight as it looked like that was Dash in there to lead that charge. A lot of quick pressure right at the A-gaps right now, which is going to make it tough not only to run inside, but that also makes it just tough to run outside with that quick pressure. And I'm a little bit surprised that Baldwin is sending the punt team out on the field here in the night when you know that, possessions are valuable in this game for Baldwin. I'm surprised they're not trying to extend this one here on a 4th and 3.
Kind of in a punt safe. They might have been expecting a fake. It wasn't a great punt from Flory, but it'll get a bit of a Baldwin roll and be down at the 26-yard line. So Baldwin trying to pin the Wildcats back a little bit and play some defense. Trail this one 6-0. Hayden 2 plays and a long run from Cooper Kolbach opened the scoring, and then they threw a pick. Tristan Capel came up with his first interception on the year.
Might have to see Baldwin start using some of that really short passing game to try to be a kind of an extension of the running game with the pressure right now that defensive front 4 is getting from Hayden.
This time they'll give it on the end and around. Dom Ridley coming around the left end.
And a good job there, Ethan Williams. That's, setting that corner that Michael Newman almost was able to do on that first big touchdown run, but he was able to just slow him up. And that's, you don't have to necessarily make that tackle all on your own, but Williams did a good job setting that edge, forcing that runner to turn back in. And then even if he does break a tackle, as long as you get your hands on him, that pursuit is going to be there to help you out.
Jace Hout in on the tackle as well. He's in there for Jake Van Horn once again. Hout had a tackle for a loss last week at Wellsville. Now they'll hand it off, coming near side. Once again, that's Cade Mitchell, the sophomore, breaking a couple tackles out across midfield and dragged down at the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs.
And this is, going back to the decision on 4th down and 3 in 2 plays, Hayden's right back to where they would have been had you failed on a 4th down and 3. And I get it, if this, if that, all that. But, this is a game where Hayden's going to put up points. You just look at the year, they're routinely scoring 30-plus, 40-plus points a night. So they're going to score some points, which means you only have so many opportunities offensively yourself to get some of those points back.
Hayden averaging 46 points per game offensively. Here's Mitchell again, left side. Nice job that time by the Baldwin defense. Make him cut back inside and have some guys rally to the football.
And you want to make them being Hayden, run as many plays as possible to get down the field. That's why you can't afford to give up those big 60-yard type plays, because in the midst of having to run 6, 7, 8 plays in a drive, you might get one of those overthrows by Walmart. You might have on a cold night a ball mishandled on a handoff, just like that. The ball's on the turf. The more plays you make them have to run, obviously the more opportunities for something to go badly for Hayden. So it's a bend but don't break mentality, I think, tonight if you're Baldwin. That's got to be your mentality defensively.
Yeah, I agree. Calling it right there. A little bit of a mishandled handoff that time. It was Jude Conrad, the 6-foot senior lineman, who jumped on it for Hayden. Wallmeyer back under center this time. He'll turn, hand it off. Cade Mitchell, once again, the sophomore, out into the secondary and dragged down by Ryder Nye, but not before he's out across the 30-yard line. Another big chunk play there. Cade Mitchell, the second leading rusher, coming into this one for the Wildcats. 41 carries, 356 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground.
Probably get a little bit bigger workload tonight than maybe he's had a lot of games, because their top rusher, Fendunchi, not suited up tonight.
This time they'll turn and hand it off to the fullback, Broderick Desch. He's ran the ball the most times, most rushing attempts for the Wildcats, 60 coming into play. Just over 300 yards and second on the team with 8 rushing touchdowns. Got 4 on the play, sets up second down. And let's call it 5. Maybe got 5 on first down. This time they'll show a little bit of a different look and spread it out. Got 1 wing, 4 wide receivers. Wallmeyer from the gun. He's going to just run it right up the middle. A huge gash in the D-line. And out enough for a first down. Wallmeyer, 20 carries, 126 yards coming into play.
It doesn't, run a ton. That's not a focal point of their offense by any means, but a good athletic young man. We've seen his arm, his strong body. That's certainly something you have to respect, and they do it just enough to make you have to honor it. And just like that, when they spread you out, it just becomes kind of a numbers game. And in that case, Baldwin spread out with everybody, so it was one-on-one with those linemen in the defensive front for Baldwin. Made it easy. Just count them, and there's more of us than them. I'm running.
This time a pistol look. Dom Ridley behind the quarterback Wallmeyer, who keeps it and gets stacked up by a couple of Bulldogs, but not before a gain of about 5 on first down once again.
And regardless of how this drive ends, this is the type of defensive drives Baldwin has to have all night long. Again, making them run a lot of plays to traverse this field and get this ball down there and just give yourselves more opportunities to come up like Capel did earlier and make a play. See if they come up with a goal line stand. We've seen a couple of those this year from Baldwin.
Personnel grouping change here. They'll go bigger, run a flex bone set, send one of the wingbacks in motion, and then hand it to him. And walking into the end zone is Cade Mitchell for his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. Makes score 12-0 Hayden. We'll see if they, in fact, go for 2 again or just kick the extra point. They've got a couple of kickers. Jensen Schrickle, who is 16 of 18 on extra points, and then Mason Becker's 17 of 18. So
I wonder if
Schrickle might actually
hurt.
Be out hurt because I don't see him anywhere.
And he was their kicker a year ago too, and he's a really good kicker. So I'm guessing that they lost him at some point, and now that's why Beck has taken over that role.
Yep. Now once again, try for 2. Wallmeyer throwing it to the back of the end zone and complete. So 2-point conversion, good. 14-0. The Wildcats lead it. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner-broker Steve Pittman, Associate Broker Kim Bergen, Realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and Realtor Douglas Spradlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here in Topeka. Bulldogs visiting the Hayden Wildcats. Cody Buck going to have to take the kickoff off of a bounce. Get dragged down around the 15-yard line. That's where Baldwin will begin this drive. Got into a 3rd down and short situation in their last drive right around midfield. Couldn't get the necessary yardage, ended up having to punt it away. See where they go this possession. This time they'll spread it out a little more for wide receiver look. Buck to the right of Alford. Bryus going to drop back and throw quickly right side. There'll be a connection there. Ryder Nye on the reception, gets a couple, maybe 3.
And that's, like we talked about, kind of a substitute a little bit for the running game. Those quick high percentage throws, try to get the ball outside of the contain of that defense, because so far, every time they've tried to run it, it's just been immediate pressure coming right up the A-gaps from this defensive line of Hayden.
Yeah, you're right. I think Baldwin got to attack the perimeter as much as they can, see if they can't get something going there. I'm with you. Also taking a lot of time in between plays, trying to control that clock a little bit and give Hayden maybe a couple less possessions. Run 3 wide outs. O'Connor attached left side. They'll give it up the middle. Cody Buck tried to make a couple of moves, but only gets about a yard. Sets up a 3rd down and long, about 3rd and 6 coming up.
And, that only works as long as you can move the chains a little bit. Taking the play clock down, and that's certainly a good strategy on a night like this against a high-scoring opponent. But the further they creep away from you, now 2 touchdowns out in front, and the fewer first downs you can convert, makes it so you can't really use much time in the end. So Baldwin's going to have to figure out a way to move the chains here a little bit, and it's likely going to have to come off the right arm of Bryce Alford.
Hayden's shut out opponents 3 times this year. They're allowing just 6 points per game. There's a slant route looking for Gunnar Reichert. That ball was tipped up in the air and almost intercepted. A little bit behind Reichert, but falls incomplete. Now sets up 4th down, and the punt unit jogging back on.
And that was going to be a tough catch no matter what. Certainly makes it tougher when it's as cold as it is tonight as well. It's a night where, as a receiver, you want that ball a tight spiral right on your hands, and just a tad bit behind. Good try by Reichert to make a highlight reel catch. Just couldn't haul that tough one in.
Tucker Flory going to punt another one away. Hit down around the 50, take a Baldwin bounce, gain another 5-6 yards, and Wildcats will begin from their own 44-yard line. Baldwin Sports Live presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. Schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Chilly night here in Topeka. We're out in the elements tonight. I want to call it heroic, Bryce, but
yeah,
something along those lines.
Aiden's going to give us an earful if we say that, because he's been out in the elements multiple times while you and I are in the cushy press box. So tonight we're up here with Aiden.
Just trying to stay warm together. End of the first quarter, Hayden leading this thing 14-0. We'll be back with more Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Back here in Topeka, all set for the second quarter of play. Hayden with the football, now switch sides, move right to left.
And a new quarterback in there as well, Ryan, to start this second quarter and pick up right where they left off. We'll see if that was just a one-time.
Connor Hanukkah, 6'3", sophomore. He's only had 5 pass attempts on the year, so I'm not sure if something's wrong with Walmart.
When they came off the field last time, I didn't make a comment because it didn't look like they spent much time addressing it, but now that he's not out there, I'll bring it up. But they were rubbing, I don't know whether it was, some icy hot or something up on underneath his shoulder pad on his left shoulder of the quarterback, Jet Walmart, who is a left-handed quarterback. Yeah. So they didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at him, it didn't seem, and then he kind of just walked off away from the training staff, so didn't make too much of it, but now perhaps there was more to make of it than I thought.
It's a big run that time by number 25, Cade Mitchell, getting out around the right side and gashing the Bulldog defense once again. He's going to have Hayden with a first down and goal from the 9-yard line. Yeah, it's going to be Connor Hanukkah. He's 1 of 5 through the air coming into play, 13 yards. No touchdowns, 1 interception. So
and a 2-touchdown lead already for
Hayden.
Perhaps Bill Arnold thinking, maybe this is a chance to rest Walmart if he perhaps is ailing a little bit.
Walking into the end zone that time, I believe, is number 26, Dom Ridley, the 5'8 senior. The light show here kind of makes it hard to read your notes sometimes, but either way, Hayden takes a 20-0 lead. Got that swinging gate set up. You don't see that too often anymore. Now they'll shift back over for the traditional extra point look. Mason Becker comes in 17 of 18, as I mentioned, 1 of 1 on field goal chances, and that one is up and through. So 21-0, Hayden leads it. You're watching Bulldog football here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Back here live from Topeka. This kickoff from Mason Becker is going to find its way all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Bulldogs offense will trot on.
We had mentioned, Ryan, earlier the kicking situation with Jensen Trickle, but he looks like he's out there defensively now.
That's what I was thinking, too. I don't know what's going on.
For Hayden, and unless it's a different number 9. But, and we mentioned Fendunchi out already. So this is a Hayden team. They're undefeated, yes, but they're going through some injury situations right now in a couple of cases. So looking at their long-term prospects here throughout the postseason, hopefully they can get healthy if they want to make a run.
It kind of looks like a number 8 to me. I don't know. You talking about this defensive back over here?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's number 8, Bryce. I might be seeing things. I think that's Cooper Kolbach.
I don't know.
Okay, either way.
I don't think that's an 8 to me.
What do you think, Hayden? Number 8? It looks like it's 8. All right, he's going with 8.
It looks like an 8 on the front of the jersey.
I don't
and it
see
looks like
number 9.
It looks like a 9 on the back of the jersey.
I'm sure this is enthralling stuff for all of our viewers out there. 21-0, the Bulldogs trail here. Frost in the backfield with Alford. They'll hand it to big Creighton Frost. He's going to try to rumble ahead for a couple of yards. Creighton's come on strong this year. The freshman started off the year, the Bulldogs did, with mainly just Cody Buck, and then gave it to Creighton Frost a couple of times in the Ottawa game, and then the Lewisburg game, he really started to take off. 21 carries, 92 yards, 21 carries, 91 yards against Santa Fe Trail, and has been a consistent contributor for the Bulldogs offense ever since then. Bulldogs.
Continuing our mystery, Ryan.
Okay.
It looks to me like this. One of the guys down here in the letter jacket, it says Kolbach, and he has a number 8 on his jersey when he opened it up. So I don't know.
Okay, so now we're
the mystery thickens.
Yeah, we'll figure out who's down there.
Number 24, Creighton Frost on the carry.
Creighton Frost getting another carry. Frost, the second leading rusher on the team behind Jack Harvey coming into play. He's got over 400 yards on the ground, over 100 rushing attempts, though. That's the most on the team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. They've really leaned heavily into Frost as this season has gone on from about week 3 on, and he's had some big games. Would love to see him get that first touchdown still.
Yeah. He's come close to 100-yard game. A couple times mentioned
Yeah.
92, 91-yard games. So Alford's going to throw this one towards Nye on the far side. Falls incomplete. Looking to hook up right around the first down marker. Sets up another 4th down and another punt coming up.
And that's a ball that you're just, the timing where Alford on that drop back 3 steps, he hits that back foot on that 3-step drop, and that ball's coming out to a target right to those sticks, and it was just a hair off there from him and Ryder Nye connecting on what would have been a first down completion.
Flory is going to get another punt away. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. That's number 2, Brady Heinen, 5'7" junior. That punt kind of came right to him as he turned around, looked for somebody to block.
He almost caught that because he had no other choice but to catch it. Otherwise, it was going to ricochet off of him. And kind of an awkward-looking return after because of that. But some flags, 3 of them,
a couple of flags,
flying at the end of that run. I'm not sure whether there's a face mask grab, perhaps. I didn't see anything.
Almost looks like Hayden's backing up, so maybe they think this is on them, but we'll see what the indication is.
Yeah, everybody, officials included, are headed back, so it must be a penalty against Hayden.
Personal foul face mask on Hayden, so.
So I was right. It was a face
right.
mask, but I did not expect it to go that way. Which explains, though, why it didn't appear like it didn't appear like Baldwin was grabbing the face mask on the tackle, which they weren't, so that's why it didn't appear that way. It's just rare that you see an offensive player get called for the face mask.
Sometimes they can go for that stiff arm and get a handful of face masks.
Which you're allowed, to put the hand into a face mask as an offensive player. You just can't grab a hold of it. You can, if it's open, you can shove off of that face mask, but in this case, grasped a hold of it.
So 4 wide out, they'll spread it out here on first down. Send a man in motion left to right. Hanukkah moving to his left, looking downfield for, I think that's Jensen Schrickle. We're going to call it Schrickle. I think you're right, Bryce. That's number 9. Yeah, that's the PA said Jensen Schrickle. So we got to figure it out. Mystery solved.
Good to be right every once in a while.
So let's backtrack. And that first touchdown run was not Cooper Kolbach. It was Jensen Schrickle. Makes a little bit more sense in terms of the stats. He came in with 11 rushing attempts, 108 yards, but that was his first rushing touchdown on the year.
Yeah, more of a threat as a receiver, their top receiver on this team, but a good athlete, and that does not solve our question about the kicking game, though. That opens that mystery back up. One solved and another
sometimes
case open.
Good to have a couple of kickers, I guess.
Yeah.
They can both get it done.
And they both have got it done.
Yeah. Time they'll turn and hand it off, coming near side that time. Cody Buck, the first on the tackle. Now a 3rd down. See if Baldwin can't get a stop here just past midfield. 3rd and 4. You'd assume this is part of the field. They'd go for it on 4th down, so going to have to get a couple of stops.
Yeah, I mean, barring a big negative play here, that might change that decision, but they're calling a play here with the mindset of certainly they've got 2 downs to pick this up.
Set up in that traditional wing T set, 1 tight end, a couple running backs. They'll hand it to Broderick Desch, the fullback. And he's going to have first down yardage.
Quick little jump step to the outside there. Dylan Williams, though, good job of sticking with it. Not enough to keep him from getting that first down, but grabbing a hold of those legs, holding on. Dylan Williams, no high socks, no long sleeves.
Nothing.
Cold night, and he is out there without any additional gear.
Looking to pass this time is Hanukkah. He finds a man over the middle. It'll be number 34, Trayton Tetwan, the tight end. Have enough for first down yardage to be down to the 21-yard line, right on the cusp of the red zone. Hayden leading this thing 21-0 already, looking for more. Shotgun formation. They empty it out. They'll run it on a jet sweep look Cade Mitchell cutting it up, breaks a tackle, and into the end zone again for the Wildcats.
It's one of the things I remember from last year too, Ryan, that this program does so well is they get those offensive linemen second level, and that makes it tough when you get extended like that, and it becomes almost more of like a return look, and in order to make that effective, you got to get those linemen downfield. And I remember last year they were led by Joe Otting, a really good lineman, Ben Evans, one of the really good linemen from the last couple of years ago, and those guys kind of have set the tone for this team, and these offensive linemen take a lot of pride in getting downfield, making second level and even third level blocks.
Extra point is good. Wildcats lead this thing 28-0. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Back here for the kickoff from Topeka Hayden Wildcat Stadium. Cody Buck on the return gets chopped down right around the 20-yard line. That was Ryder Nye, excuse me. Got hit pretty hard. A little slow getting up, maybe just unpiling. But
yeah, it was. It looked like, yeah, you're right, it was very slow. And I think that Nye and Shervat, who made the tackle, were just kind of like spiderweb together there. They just couldn't get untangled. It was awkward, but luckily they both popped up, and I think they're both okay. For a second there, I thought we had an injury.
So Baldwin going to start from about their own 20-yard line. O'Connor attached right, 3 wide receivers. But Alford will look to throw left side. He's going to look for Ryder Nye down the left sideline. Pretty good play defensively that time by Brady Heinen out there. Why not start taking some shots, though, if you're the Bulldogs?
Yeah, you haven't had any success on anything with the run game to this point. The short passing game has not really opened anything up for you, so let it fly at this point. And Ryder Nye has been the guy that they've liked to utilize on the deep passing game. Capel as well. Those two have kind of been their deep threats. Reichard and O'Connor have been more of the possession-type guys, and you've got Capel and Nye both together to the left of the formation here.
Second down, they'll fake the handoff, throw it quick. Tristan Capel with nice reception, a lot of room to run out past the 40 to the 45-yard line before he's finally dragged down. A nice play that time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's the throw I think that Alford makes the best, is that quick slant. You know, the deep ball, a lot of the lack there comes just in strength and size. You know, he's only a freshman. He just doesn't quite have the strength to pinpoint that deep ball. It arcs a little bit more. But those slants like that, he throws a nice tight spiral and rhythm on those 3-step catch. That was how a nice little RPO, the fake, and hits Capel in stride. That's probably the throw he makes the best.
Well, fresh set of downs for the Bulldogs. They'll run speed option far side. And Alford takes another big shot that time. Hopefully he's all right. Yeah, he's popping up. He's a tough freshman. Jude Conrad, the 6-foot senior, leading tackler for the Wildcats, in there on the stop.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee you that Alford, even though he's only a freshman, he has the respect of his teammates because of the toughness he has shown this year. He's taken some big hits, but he keeps coming back, answering the bell every round, and that'll earn you a lot of respect from your upperclassmen teammates, showing that kind of toughness.
This time they'll fake the handoff, try to get it out to O'Connor in the flat. Just a little bit short on the pass.
And sometimes as a quarterback you can just speed yourself up too much on that throw. You think it's supposed to be a simple throw because it's short, but it's not when you're moving. You don't get the legs set and you don't get your body squared to your target, and that's going to lead to some of those off-mark throws like that. So even though you want it quick and you want it short, you still have to go through the fundamentals of getting the feet set, getting the shoulders pointed to your target, and making that strong throw.
This time Capel's going to come in a jet motion. They'll hand it off to him, and he gets dragged down behind the line. Going to lose about 4, maybe 5, and set up a 4th down and long. Trayton Tetuan there on the tackle for loss. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first half, and Bob Lisher sends the punt unit back on. Jensen Schrickle will be the deep man. Tucker Flory to send another one away. Maybe. Might run a fake here, you never know. Probably not. They will punt it away. So take a bounce at the 30-yard line. Be downed right there. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. Family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career, so find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 30-yard line. They lead this thing 28-0. Looking for more. Their backup quarterback, Connor Haneke's come in, and this time he turns and hands it off, and a big run by Dom Ridley. He's going to have to be dragged down in the secondary by Tucker Flory, but not before he's out past the 45, close to the 40-yard line.
If you missed it earlier, weren't with us, Jet Wallmeyer, the starting quarterback for Hayden, led the first several drives of this game, and then had his left shoulder getting looked at on the sideline, and he doesn't appear to be in bad spirits or back to the locker room or anything. So my guess is it's more precautionary. I hope for his sake and for this team's sake it is just a precautionary thing with this lead at this point in this game. But, a chance here for the young man who's coming to replace him, Connor Haneke, the sophomore, to get some meaningful reps here in a playoff game tonight.
Haneke rolling out left side. He's going to look for a man, Brady Heinen, out past the 30-yard line, incomplete for another Wildcat first down. There is a flag down. We'll check that. Actually, it'll be a timeout taken by Hayden. Give me a chance to tell you that Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction. Family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandSons.com to learn more. Don't forget, we got the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show coming up. Also join the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce for a spooktacular evening on Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City for the hometown Halloween celebration. Any business that would like to set up a booth for trick-or-treating can register at baldwincitychamber.com. Everyone else, bring your little pumpkins out for an evening of costumes, sweets, and spooktacular activities at Hometown Halloween, Tuesday, October 31st from 5 to 7 p.m. in downtown Baldwin City.
Hopefully you have a warm Halloween costume.
It's going to be a graveyard smash. Don't miss it. I love the Monster Mash. I could play that on repeat, Bryce.
I'm unfamiliar.
This time they'll flip it. Cade Mitchell coming this way. He's got a lot of running room out past the 30-yard line. Another fresh set of downs coming up for Hayden. So I guess that wasn't a flag. It was just a, I don't know.
No, they did. They marked off a penalty.
Did
it was
they?
Just,
so I don't know.
The awkward part came because they never, normally you would have the penalty enforced and all that, and then the timeout, but they did it.
Yeah.
They went ahead and just took the timeout, but they did mark it off and enforced a 5-yard penalty. I did not see what they called, but it was a penalty of some sort against Hayden.
I hear you.
They quickly made up for.
Hanukkah looking right side. He faked the downfield throw and has it complete. And getting all the way close to the end zone. Into the end zone, actually, is the Wildcats for another touchdown.
Baldwin actually kind of defended that route combination on the outside pretty well, but there was so much time. And then without any pressure, the quarterback, Hanukkah, was able to just sit there and wait, and eventually that opened up. But that's tough as a defensive secondary. It's tough to defend guys for that long before somebody's going to break open.
Yeah, that was Maki Kidd, the 6-foot sophomore, already getting into the depths of the roster. Kick is up and good for the extra point. 35-0. Wildcats lead it here. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back. Baldwin on the kick return. Ryder Nye taking it, gets hit pretty hard down just shy of the 20-yard line. Pops right back up, though. Tell this Hayden football team, they're got a lot of really good athletes, and they are really well coached. Bryce mentioned a little bit there earlier about the offensive line, how they're just so well drilled getting up to the second level. I mean, it's down to the special teams, offense, defense. You can tell this is a well-coached football team. Going to have a good shot at making some noise this year in the playoffs. This time, Baldwin going to hand it off. Creighton Frost spins off one tackle. Maybe got a couple. Mentioned in the open, Hayden, one of 3 undefeated teams left in Class 3A. Baldwin saw another one of those teams last week in Wellsville. Then Cheney is the 3rd undefeated team, probably one of the favorites in Class 3A. Cheney's a team that beat Andale. Andale had won something crazy, like 60 straight games, something like that.
One of the nation's, if not the nation's, longest winning streaks.
So, yeah, Cheney was actually in some of the national news, sports news there a couple weeks ago when they beat Andale. There's Frost again trying the right side. Get a gain of about 3-4 yards. Got the state volleyball tournament going on tonight and tomorrow, today and tomorrow. Baldwin came up just short, losing in the sub-state championship game to Eudora. Carried that here on Baldwin Sports Live this past Saturday. Tough way for the Bulldog volleyball team to end the year, but a very good year from them once again.
Yeah, second straight year it came to an end. 1 win shy of going to the state tournament. They made that state tournament a couple of years back and have been right on the doorstep the last 2 seasons as well.
Nice completion that time. Offered to Ryder Nye on 3rd down and out for 1st down. Max Harvey on the reception. I just assumed it was Ryder Nye, but either way, a good hookup that time. Nice pass by Alford, put it right on Harvey.
Yeah, similar look to the two guys when you talk about Nye and Harvey. Nye at 6 foot, 155. Harvey 6 foot, 150. So they both had the long sleeves on, similar looking route runners.
Yeah, there you go. Once again, Max Harvey with a catch over the middle. He's going to have a nice gain out here past the 50-yard line. Maybe Baldwin starting to get something going through the air. That connection, Alford to Harvey.
Yeah, those guys both freshmen, so they've been throughout the years through youth football, junior high football. They have a connection. We've seen that earlier this year as well when they've hooked up. And Harvey, a really good hands catcher, and you saw it on display right there. He does a great job getting those hands out in front of him and hauling the ball in on a cold night like this. Not the easiest thing to do, but those two do have just a special connection. You can tell they just are on the same page with each other, so it's going to be exciting to see how that develops throughout the next several years. Again, both just freshmen.
Once again, we pop this up in the pregame, but I'll pop up the bracket around where Baldwin is facing Hayden there. You can see towards the bottom, the winner of this game will play the winner of Santa Fe Trail hosting Royal Valley. Santa Fe Trail with a nice kind of turnaround year this year, 6-2. Finished second in Baldwin's district.
Yeah, you think about the season for Baldwin, that's a game that you go back to and just wonder what if type of a game for Baldwin. They were in control of that game in the first half, and then Santa Fe Trail came out and they were just a whole different team in the second half and ended up coming back from behind to win that game against Baldwin earlier this year.
So here we go, Baldwin, a couple of nice connections from Alford to Harvey. They're moving the football past midfield. Nice break of a sack that time by Alford, but he's going to be swarmed.
Yeah, that's the best negative 2-yard run you'll see right there. I mean, that was a really good move by Alford to avoid the pressure in the backfield. And then what I liked is he just tried to get what he could after that. At that point in time, your concentration downfield's all been broken, so get what you can.
Trying to hurry up here, 20 seconds on the first half clock. Alford pump fakes, trying to find some room to get rid of this thing. He's just going to run it out of bounds. Clock will stop at 12 seconds.
And another really just good awareness play right there, understanding that this team is relentless in their pressure. Your first read wasn't there. That second read wasn't there. You're out of time. Get out, get what you can. And he pivoted out of there, and he got to the sideline to preserve the clock. Just a really good awareness, both from the pocket awareness and then the game clock awareness right there. Again, only being a freshman, some impressive plays we've seen from Bryce Alford this year. I've been quite impressed with the way he's handled things this season, having to be forced into action with the Jack Harvey injury, and he's got a very bright future.
Absolutely. Baldwin, this is a pretty young football team, only 4 seniors on the team, so this team going to continue to get better and grow together, and maybe future looking bright. Alford, once again, going to look to throw this one a little bit high, tipped up in the air, falls harmlessly to the ground.
Yeah, a little bit high, as you mentioned, Ryan, but the timing was there. It was good timing again. Alford throws those timing 3-step drop routes pretty well, and that one was there just a tad high, but you continue to be encouraged by some of the things we've seen over the last several weeks from this Baldwin program, but going up against some really good opponents. You mentioned it, 2 of the 3 undefeated teams left in 3A. Baldwin's been unfortunate or fortunate, whichever way to look at it, to have to face the last couple of weeks.
7 seconds left on the clock. Alford going to drop back, throw this one as far as he can over the middle. That was right or nigh. That was the intended target, I believe.
Alford a little bit slow getting up. He got sandwiched between 2 pass rushers there, but did not crumble in the face of that pressure. He knew he was going to be hit. He stood in, put that ball on the mark, gave Nye a chance to make a play.
So that was 4th down, so Baldwin turns it over on downs with just 1.3 remaining in the first half.
And don't let your guard down too much here if you're Baldwin. I don't know how aggressive they'll be. It looks like they may just, well, no, they are going to run. I thought maybe they might come out and kneel it.
Setting up in the flex bone. They'll hand it off to Dom Ridley. He's got a lot of running room here. He's got one man to beat, and Tristan Capel, and he pulls him down from behind, saves a touchdown on the last play of the first half. But another long run that time for the Wildcats will take us to the half. They lead this thing 35-0 over the visiting Bulldogs. We'll be back with the Farm Bureau halftime show. After this, you're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty. Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here from Topeka. The Hayden Wildcats lead this thing at the half, 35-0. This is the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. It's brought to you by your local agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most, so call 785-594-1055. Set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City, 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. We'll try to check some scores for you, see if we can get some other games from around the area, their halftime scores. I know Bishop Ward was losing on the road at Holton. I saw end of the first quarter score 20-7, so Bishop Ward, they finished right above Baldwin in District 3. They travel to Holton tonight. Here in our game, Bryce, it's been pretty much all Hayden in the first half. I think all 5 of their touchdowns on the ground, 5 rushing touchdowns for, well, no.
Yeah, they had
had one long pass.
Yeah.
But either way, Baldwin going to have a uphill road here.
Yeah, I mean, you knew it was going to be a challenge. You know,
Yeah.
there's no other way to put it coming into this game. Baldwin knew that this was going to take one of their best games of the year and probably still going to have to take a couple of breaks going their way, you know, in this one. And in one sense, you could say they have had some breaks go their way, and hopefully it's not anything that's going to be beyond this week. Hayden, starting quarterback, Jed Wallmeyer, injured in this game, it appeared. Didn't appear to be anything serious, but I mean, we certainly hope that it isn't. But they have taken him out of this game after a few series into this one, and so you know, you don't. I don't want to say that you wanted something like that to happen. You certainly never want to see a player get injured, but it was going to take some breaks for Baldwin to probably have a chance in this game, and then credit to Hayden that they've come in here, and despite not having their leading rusher tonight, despite losing their starting quarterback 3 series or so into this ball game, they've still kept the hammer down, and they have continued to show that they're a pretty much a well-oiled machine, both offensively and defensively. I do think that Baldwin has shown some signs of promise. Again, we talk about the passing game, the connection between Alford and Max Harvey, and defensively.
Had some good plays there. Tristan Capel got an interception defensively.
Yep,
so,
Tristan Capel with an interception. They a couple of those early possessions, they forced Hayden to drive the ball. It wasn't just handoff, C's part, there you go. See ya. We've had a couple of those certainly, but they continue to do a few promising things throughout this. But you knew it was going to be a challenge, and Hayden is who, as Denny Green would say, they are who we thought they were, right? We knew they were a good team that was going to come in and play solid football, and that's what they've done, and that's why they lead this game 35-0 at the half.
Yeah, I mean, for me, probably let's be honest, this game in terms of the final result is probably over. Hayden's probably going to advance to next week, but I think for Baldwin, it's going to be time to kind of grow in this second half and let some of these young guys, like we saw late in the first half, Alford to Max Harvey, kind of develop that rapport with one another and just try to build for next year and get some confidence going. But it's going to be an uphill battle here for sure. 35-0, the Wildcats lead this thing. We'll take a break here on the halftime show, try to get some other area scores around here for you, keep you up to date on everything that's going on here. The 2023 high school football playoffs getting underway. We'll take a break, be back with more on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Welcome back here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. A couple of halftime scores now trickling in from around. I had them up here. There you go.
Trickling.
Yeah.
Slowly trickling.
In 4A, Eudora's winning their game 21-7 over Piper. Tonganoxie is beating Ottawa 21-3 at the half. Try to find some more games that relate to some schools out here. Obviously, you know this one, 35-0. The Wildcats leading it at the half. I should find out soccer. I think that they play on Tuesday, I want to say, Bryce. I don't know if we can. Yeah, okay. Aiden's confirming that for me. So Aiden says they play Tuesday. I'm pretty sure they're going to play Bishop Ward. But I'll have to double check on that as well. But that's the quarterfinal for soccer. Obviously, we told you the volleyball state tournament. Baldwin just missing out for the second straight year, losing in the sub-state championship game. So that's going on this weekend in Hutchison, the 4A tournament. I think cross country is still going. I don't know, but got a lot going on here still in the fall sports season as we're winding down. I'll pop up our upcoming broadcast schedule here, which obviously we are, as I told you, done here with the fall portion of our schedule on Baldwin Sports Live. But the winter sports season starts December 1st, so mark your calendars. Baldwin travels to Paola to start the basketball season out. So 1st of December, we'll be right back on the air here, Baldwin Sports Live. You can go to varsitysportslive.com. Get all the info you need right there, all the schedules for the different channels we have across our Varsity Sports Live network. So looking forward to basketball season this year for both the boys and the girls. For right here, the Hayden Wildcats lead this game 35-0 at the half. This has been the halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent, when Kelly Neufeld is your guy, give him a call, 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they would love to support you in your financial future as well. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Take another break here as the Bulldogs start to trickle out of the locker room, take the field, get ready for the second half. We'll get you ready for the second half kickoff on the other side. This has been the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, and you're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back, getting set for the second half of action here from Topeka Hayden High School Stadium. Trying to see what the actual name of the stadium is. I didn't catch it on the way in, but I'm going to guess it's Wildcats Stadium. I don't know. Either way, Hayden leads this thing 35-0 at the half. I'm guessing we'll see a lot of the second teamers backups for Hayden. We're already seeing their backup quarterback, Connor Hanukkah. The starter, Jet Wallmeyer, if you're just joining us, looked like he had, I don't know, maybe a bit of a shoulder issue. Bryce said he saw him kind of rubbing something on that left shoulder. He is a lefty, and so I don't think he's too injured to maybe put it that way, but I think probably just holding him out for precautionary reasons. Hayden obviously preparing for a deep playoff run this postseason.
Yeah, let's hope that's the extent. And you mentioned the backups coming and did a good job. They've leaned on the run game as per usual, but they've hit some big pass plays as well. Let's see if Baldwin can, kind of like last week, again, you're starting the second half, obviously in a bad spot, down 35-0, but they played well in the second half last week against Wellsville. They were able to put together a scoring drive late in that game, so we'll see if perhaps they can't kind of replicate that performance and at least into this season with a bit of a positive feel to the last couple of quarters you spend out there on the gridiron.
Told you about our upcoming broadcast schedule for the winter season. You can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly, your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper, baldwinmaple.com. So here we go, getting all set for the second half. Baldwin will receive the second half kickoff. Mason Becker will boot it away. It'll be right or nigh. It's going to let this one trickle into the end zone for a touchback.
Good decision there not to try to field that bouncing ball. It was clearly going to make it all the way to the end zone, take the touchback, get the offense out there, and see what we can put together here to start this second half.
Last drive ended up being a turnover on downs in the first half for Baldwin, but they got a couple of first downs through the air. Bryce Alford hooking up with Max Harvey, freshman to freshman, developing a nice connection there. A couple of slant patterns. Got the Bulldogs out past midfield. See if they can't replicate that success and drive the ball down the field here. Starters still look like they're mainly out there for Hayden defensively. Cody Buck will get the first carry of the second half. Buck, one of the 4 seniors on this team. Over 200 yards coming into play. 4 touchdowns is good enough for second most on the ground this year. Chilly night here in Topeka. Hayden says this is nothing. Alford going to look to throw this time. Another connection over the middle on a slant pattern, just like in the first half. It's enough for a first down. Ryder and I on the receiving end. He's had a catch in each game this year.
Yeah, he's definitely been the most consistent target in the passing game, regardless of which quarterback's been throwing the ball.
Nye up top of the screen. They'll run speed option here near side. Alford gets hit immediately and then hit very hard. That was Jude Conrad, the 6', 200-pound senior that came in there late after Alford got twisted around and gave him a little extra punishment.
He's taking some big hits tonight. He's taken some big hits this year, but like I said earlier, he answers the bell every time. And tough young man. Not afraid to lower his pads, get in there and run.
Fake the handoff. Alford running for his life out left side. Almost made it to the sideline before he got decked. It's Charvat once again, Carter Charvat. Second leading tackler on this Wildcat team. He leads the team with 4 sacks. Wildcats, as I mentioned earlier, they've forced 18 turnovers this year, 13 interceptions, 5 fumble recoveries, got 12 sacks as well. So they've shut out 3 opponents, allowing just 6 points per game defensively. So not many opponents have been able to move the ball with much consistency. Here's Ryder and I again on a slant pattern. That connection starting to heat up. He's dragged down a couple yards shy of midfield, and another first down for the Bulldogs.
And that continues again to be the route that Alford throws the best. And it's for the receivers for Baldwin too. It kind of fits the mold of this pass catching core, the route that they are most capable of running as well. They don't really have any burners that are just going to run and take the top off of the defense, kind of like you remember from Riker Grossner a couple of years, or Cole Mahaffey from a couple of years ago, that could just outrun the defense. More possession-type receivers here.
Here's Cody Buck making a couple of moves, almost stepping through a tackle right around the 40-yard line. And another first down for the Bulldogs there, marching this ball right down the field on the first possession of the second half.
Yeah, kind of pick it up right where they left off on that series that ended the first half for them, that got to about this point in the field before a turnover on downs stalled it out. But after those initial, really the first quarter and a half where Hayden just stifled everything that Baldwin tried to get going offensively, the Bulldogs have settled in and kind of figured out a little bit of what works for them in this game. Now let's just see if they can finish off one of these drives, put some points up on this defense that has, as you mentioned, Ryan, been stingy, to say the least, this year to every opponent.
Alford takes the shotgun snap, hands it off once again. Cody Buck hit immediately and dropped. It's Rondell Harris, the sophomore linebacker, first on the scene. Andrew Rohr came in to clean things up.
Loss of run on the play brings up 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
So a loss of 1 on first down run by Buck makes it 2nd and 11. Creighton Frost checks into the game. Alford's going to roll left side, look in the flat for his tight end, Brendan O'Connor. O'Connor brings it in, but is tackled immediately, maybe a gain of a couple. 3rd and long upcoming.
Pass complete from number 3, Bryce Alford, to number 88, Brendan O'Connor.
Just the 3rd catch on the year for the 6'1 sophomore, O'Connor.
Yeah, that's something they've missed this year. Last year, that tight end position, Sam Darnell was such a threat in the passing game, was a great run blocker as well. And, you know, they the ability to just hit that seam opens up so much more on the outside, and they really missed that element, losing the senior in Darnell last year, and O'Connor, young man who's going to hopefully grow into that role.
This time Alford trying to step up in the pocket and throw deep down the right side. Ryder Nye is going to have to try and come and make a play. Nice play defensively by Jensen Schrickle. But Alford stepped up into the pocket, had pressure right in his face, and still delivered it downfield.
And a good adjustment there by Nye to twofold. Trying to obviously first and foremost make the catch, but knowing as well that if you're not able to make the catch, you got to make a play on that ball to not allow an easy interception by Schrickle. So good job, good effort there, fighting back for that ball by Nye.
Alford takes the snap, looks quick right side, finds Nye. I think they're going to call it incomplete. Yeah, he didn't complete the catch. That was 4th down and 9, so just like last drive of the first half, Baldwin getting a couple first downs, crossing midfield, and now drive stalls out. They turn it over on downs back to the Wildcats.
Still just not able to completely break through against this tough Hayden defense, but they're going to have a couple more possessions in this game still to try and get some points on the board. Like they did last week, they settled in second half and were able to defend Wellsville without getting gashed last week. Let's see if they can do that similar thing here tonight against this Hayden offense that put up 35 first half points.
So mainly the starters still out there for Hayden. Actually, a timeout going to be taken by the home team. Baldwin Sports Live presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate. One-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. Schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. First charged timeout to the Wildcats here in the second half. Their head coach, Bill Arnold, surpassed 200 career wins as a head coach week 1 this year. Here's Hanukkah looking right side, and that ball's going to be dropped by Trayton Tetuan, the tight end. Hayden averaging just under 400 total yards per game, 46 points per game. Taking their time here as the clock ticks under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Empty out the backfield once again. Hanukkah sends Mitchell in a jet motion. They'll flip it to him. He's got a lot of running room, cutting it upfield, trying to break a tackle, steps out of one, and he's going to find his way into the end zone, win the foot race. Another touchdown for the Wildcats in a light show to follow.
That's been their probably best offensive play, I'd say, Ryan, that kind of that jet sweep action there and getting Mitchell out in the open field. We've seen him racing free a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they've done that a couple of times for some long gains, and now a touchdown. I think that probably ruled that as a pass, wouldn't you? They kind of flipped it forward to him.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and take a closer look to see if he actually handed it or flipped it forward. But
either way, the Wildcats lead this thing 42-0. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Baldwin, presented by Hayden Outdoors on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to Baldwin Sports Live. 42-0. Hayden leading this Week 9 Round 1 matchup of the state football playoffs. 4:21 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Baldwin have put together a couple of nice drives in a row before stalling out just past midfield, turning it over on downs. Handed off to Cody Buck, trying to bounce this thing out to the left side. Not much there. Just had an announcement for Cooper Kolbach on the stop, so I have no idea what's going on here tonight, Price. I don't think the PA guy knows either. It is Halloween, so. Yeah. Halloween weekend. Got some students wearing their costumes here. I see a bumblebee. I saw Darth Vader earlier.
A bumblebee?
Yep.
That's like the bumblebee or a bumblebee?
A bumblebee, not the bumblebee. That's
all right.
That's Aiden's
That's
costume.
what I was going to say. I was like, man, Aiden, that's your go-to.
I feel like it's your turn now to answer. What did you start wearing?
So Aiden's asking Bryce what his favorite costume was.
You know, the only one that really sticks out to me was I was like I don't even know if it was a real thing. It was just I was like a werewolf that I had this this like black sweats and black just like a crew neck sweatshirt or whatever.
Dressed up in sweats?
And I like glued like all this like fur on it to like make myself a werewolf, and I had the werewolf mask. That's the only one that really sticks out in my mind.
Gotcha.
So I guess it has to be my favorite.
Alford faked the handoff that time, was looking to throw, couldn't find anybody open, just tucked it in. Got back to the line of scrimmage, sets up 4th down and 9. Baldwin going to punt this thing away once again.
I don't recall really being that big of a Halloween guy.
Yeah, I wasn't really either.
As far as the dress-up part of it, I mean, of course I liked getting the candy, but I never went all out in the costume department.
Flory got the punt away. It's going to come to a rest just past the 50-yard line. Somebody is down, I think, for Hayden, back right around where that punt was hit. Hopefully he's all right, and he's up and jogging off the field now. Definitely don't want to see any injuries here late in this one, as the result certainly has been decided. 42-0. No running clock in the
Well, it's running now, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's been like it's kind of been like a hybrid.
Full running clock, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a hybrid running clock. It's run after certain things, like this punt. After the incomplete pass, it did not run after the score, so I don't know.
Wing T set up here. A couple of receivers split out near side. Hanukkah turns, hands it to Broderick Desch, the fullback. Rumbles ahead, gets gain about 8. Brought down by Dylan Williams.
Number 64, Dylan Williams. Gain is 7 on the play, brings up 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats.
All right, Bryce. Baldwin's got number 82 out there getting some action. Help me out.
That That is
John Onyanagubo. No? Okay, I tried.
No, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, he goes by something else.
Okay. Either way, I think it's his first action I've seen him get this year. He's out in the secondary. Hey, got a little bit of run last week, I guess.
Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats.
15 seconds and counting down in the third quarter.
I feel like they told me like a nickname that they call because nobody can say his last name.
Okay, well, I certainly can apparently. All right, third quarter coming to a close here. We'll be back with the final quarter of play here from Topeka. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter, 42-0. Hayden's got the lead, and they got the football. Here's Broderick Desch, third down run for a first down out across the 40-yard line.
Stopped on the play by number 56, Michael Newman.
Michael Newman on the stop for the Bulldogs. The one saving grace, at least for me tonight, is that flag just past the end zone is completely dead. There is no wind to really speak of. If it was windy, I would be much colder. Cade Mitchell breaking a tackle with Dylan Williams, and Brendan O'Connor brings him down, not before he crosses into the red zone.
I think it was supposed to be windy, too,
yeah,
today.
I know.
So that's been a saving grace. It's dry and not very much wind, so.
In other words, it may sound like I'm complaining a lot, but could be worse. Maybe I am complaining a lot.
No, I mean, shoot, I'm over here. I'm warm enough and prepared with my bundling to.
Man, I got like 4 layers on. I'm still cold.
Yeah, I could guide a pack of sled dogs through the Iditarod right now, I think.
Turn handed off to Desch, the fullback once again. Trying to bounce it out with a stiff arm that time. Couldn't get past Brendan O'Connor. Ethan Williams also in on the stop.
Hayden forgot to bring the blankets, so that's the only thing. We got the little draft coming underneath the table.
Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats.
2nd and 4 coming up from the red zone.
He had one job on the packing list.
We like to pick on Hayden because he doesn't have a mic.
Exactly.
He can't defend
he can't
himself,
defend it.
Yeah.
We hear what he says to defend. Nobody else can. So.
Got some more backups trickling into the game for the Wildcats. This will be handed off. Right side, I think that's Jensen Schrickle.
There's a flag down back at the 10.
Check the flag. Schrickle was into the end zone.
The flag was thrown right where a block was made by, I believe it was Charvat who made the block. I think he might get him for a hold.
They will. So take the touchdown off the board, and they'll back this thing up on a holding call. Clock ticking now, 9 minutes to play in this one. Try to check on some more scores around the area, let you know how some of the other playoff games are turning out tonight. Here's Hanukkah looking downfield. Overthrew his intended target, Tetuan. A bit of dangerous territory out there. Baldwin, 3 interceptions defensively last week. They got a pick by Tristan Capel for our absolute play of the game here tonight. Hayden without their leading rusher in this one, Finn Dunshee, and their starting quarterback, Jet Wallmeyer, left the game in the first quarter, hopefully just for precautionary reasons if you're looking at things from the Hayden perspective. Hayden got to the state semifinals last year where they were beat by Holton. Got some revenge on Holton. They beat them a couple weeks ago, 24-7.
Stop made by number 24, Clayton Frost.
Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing, family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries from food processing, heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. State-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career, so find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. Hayden's worked this thing down to the 5-yard line and a 1st and goal from there. Trying to spot out some more costumes in the student section down here. I see Scooby-Doo.
That's what my boy was last year, was Scooby-Doo.
All right. Perry the Platypus. I don't know what that is,
Where
Aiden,
did
but
Perry the Platypus come
he's
from?
throwing that in from the peanut gallery here. Cade Mitchell once again walking into the end zone. Another touchdown for Hayden. Bit of a delayed light show.
What show is Perry the Platypus from, Aiden?
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb, okay.
I missed that one.
There's also a couple of dudes down there in the student section who do not have a shirt on, which
Yeah.
is just insane. But
There's always a couple of those dudes sprinkled in. What's that? Mike Wazowski and Sully. Oh, that's Monsters, Inc. I got that reference. Extra point up and good, 49-0. Wildcats lead this thing. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back to Topeka Hayden High School. It's set for the kickoff, 49-0. The Wildcats lead it here.
we also have a Jackie Moon down there in
nice.
in the student section.
Cody Buck going to let this kickoff roll into the end zone for another touchback.
After the touchbacks, Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
Clock ticking down now, close to 4 minutes to play. See if Baldwin can't put together another nice drive and punch this thing in, similar to the way they did last week at Wellsville. They were looking at a shutout until the last drive of the game, a 12-play, 63-yard touchdown drive. Got them on the board. Looking for similar results here. Alford from the shotgun takes the snap, looking downfield. In trouble now, looking to buy some time. Will pretty much just throw that one away out of harm's way. He got hit after he released it. Second down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 3 minutes to play. Buck switches sides to the left of Alford. 3 wideouts, O'Connor attached right. They'll run it up the middle for gain of a couple. Should mention Baldwin Sports Live, also brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction, a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at maleyandSons.com to learn more. Don't forget, we'll have our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game after this one. Last 2 minutes ticking down. Fourth down from the shotgun. Alford looking right side off the hand of Ryder Nye, the intended target. Will be another turnover on downs. Minute 30 to play. See if Hayden just sits on this football and goes into round number 2 of the state 3A football playoffs.
Yeah, if you're Hayden Catholic, you're hoping that you can just get healthy.
Yep.
For the rest of this playoff run. Down a few key pieces here tonight. Obviously did not stop them en route to a big victory here in the opening round, but for their sake, hopefully they can get healthy to try and make another deep push into the postseason this year. And for Baldwin, as his final 60 seconds comes off the clock on their season, a lot of young talent on this team, and that's kind of the thing the last couple of years. They've had a lot of young guys trying to work their way up into the system, and they haven't had big senior classes, but every year there's a few real key guys that they have lost and try to replace every year, and that's certainly going to be the case once again with this group. Small in numbers, but a lot of big key players in that small group of seniors that they'll be losing.
So last 30 seconds tick down here in this one. It's been another fun fall sports season here on Baldwin Sports Live with you, Bryce and Hayden. Looking forward to the winter sports calendar opening up December 1st. Baldwin traveling to Paola to open up the basketball season, so mark your calendars now. That is where we will begin the winter sports season here on Baldwin Sports Live. But here tonight, the Topeka Hayden Catholic Wildcats are going to win their round 1 playoff matchup against the visiting Baldwin Bulldogs 49-0. We'll take a break here and come back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game in this one. You've been watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Welcome back here to Topeka, 49-0. The Wildcats beat the Bulldogs here tonight. Time now for our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game. And tonight, Bryce, we're going to give it to the freshman starting quarterback in his third start of his career, Bryce Alford.
Yeah, I continue to be impressed as this season goes along. Tonight, I thought he played one of his better games, and you can say that in a 49-0 result, but just the awareness that he showed throughout this game, the toughness, I think that's a huge thing. I think you've got to be, we've seen that from Jack, and the way he led this team with his toughness and the mentality that he played with, it kind of carries off on guys, and I think that the future is very bright for this young man at the quarterback position. And I've been impressed with how he's played all year. I thought tonight was one of his more impressive games, just the way he showed of his toughness, the way he stood in the pocket after taking some hits, didn't back down, stood in there and continued to deliver the ball on time, on target a lot of the times, continued to not be afraid to run the football. So I thought he showed the leadership and the toughness that you need out of the guy who's going to lead this team, and all signs point to the fact that that's the young man that's going to be leading this team at the quarterback position over the next several years. So I thought it was another step in that direction for him tonight to lead this team.
So Bryce Alford, our Farm Bureau Financial Services Player of the Game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Baldwin Sports Live has been presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to check out the Baldwin Woods Estate, a one-of-a-kind property on just over 88 acres, located within a quarter mile of the Baldwin city limits, yet very private and secluded. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. So for Bryce Kessler and Aiden Espino, I am Ryan Hilmer signing off from Topeka. 49-0. The Wildcats beat the visiting Bulldogs here tonight. You've been watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, the Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce.